very interesting comments in an article last night out of Jon Wilner in the San Jose Mercury News.
Right.
With a headline that says night games can save the Pac-12.
Okay, that has my attention.
Nobody wants night games. Nobody wants, again, the example I always use several years ago when USC went to Pullman to die.
Yeah.
Nobody wants night games. Well, unless you're the Pac-12 trying to survive, because I think this is one of the best takes I've ever seen. Jon Wilner in the San Jose Mercury News, who is easily the best Pac-12 insider that I think exists in the media, wrote a piece where he quoted a former ESPN executive who said, yeah, Pac-12 After Dark gets you 1 million viewers on a Saturday night, and that's real money with real value to TV networks. And I think that's a very salient point because think about it this way. A 7 o'clock kick in Los Angeles is a 10 o'clock kick in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've just watched Alabama
Roll Tide
wreck Texas in the SEC, Boomer Sooner. If you've just watched the big SEC late window game, and you're jacked up and you want more football, you're going to flip on ABC or ESPN.
Facts.
To watch Pac-12 After Dark.
We all do it.
And we all do. And my point is, if you're getting 1 million viewers, there's real money in that. And I think it's the one thing that could save the Pac-12. Now, hear me out on this as well, because I have come more and more around on the idea that the Pac-12 and the Big 12 are equally as valuable. Neither one of them is worth more than the other. If you're losing USC and UCLA, and you're still putting 1 million people on a TV on a Saturday night or a Friday night in a late window kickoff for ESPN or Fox or whoever, there's real value in that. What's the Big 12 going to do? Because the Big 12 doesn't have an exclusive kickoff window like the Pac-12 does. And by the way, why haven't more teams been knocking down the door of the Big 12? Maybe, just maybe, all the critics were right when they said perhaps the Pac-12's not dead at all. And perhaps, now I could be wrong, but perhaps the Pac-12 has more value than the Big 12. Pac-12 still got Oregon. Washington still hasn't left. Utah still hasn't left. Colorado still hasn't left. And oh, by the way, there's going to be a derby for San Diego State. Oh, so you lost USC and UCLA. You don't have Southern California anymore. Well, until we add San Diego State, the Aztecs. If we add the Aztecs to the Pac-12, I had a seizure right there. I apologize. If you add the San Diego State Aztecs to the Pac-12, and now you get a Orange County, Los Angeles, San Diego TV window for a 11 o'clock Eastern kickoff on ESPN versus Oregon versus Washington versus nobody cares Institute of Technology.
Right.
1 million people are probably going to watch.
1 million.
But then again, what if the Big 12 goes gangsta and goes and gets San Diego State? And now all of a sudden that Southern California late window belongs to the Big 12.
Are we clear on that?
In a new football stadium in San Diego, they're playing football in a whale's vagina.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you've got Washington playing San Diego State, but it's a non-conference game. Or what if, call me crazy, what if BYU, who, I mean, literally could play, the College of Lake County, some, community college and get 1 million people to watch.
Yep.
Now what all of a sudden if it's a Southern California Big 12 conference game? 8 o'clock Pacific kickoff with BYU and San Diego State in the Big 12, and 2 million people watch.
So it literally has nothing to do with San Diego State. It literally has everything to do with geography and
the
TV
late
and money.
Window kickoff time that BYU already enjoys to a certain extent, that Utah enjoys to a certain extent, that San Diego enjoys to full extent.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, you've got to get San Diego State. And I've been saying it for a week. San Diego
Well, you've
State,
been saying San Diego State is a key piece in the college football landscape for years.
I absolutely think it is, because if you want to survive, if you're the Pac-12 and you want to survive, you better figure out how to keep Southern California, and it better not be blank school of polytechnics. Right?
Are you out
Like,
of your goddamn mind?
you're losing UCLA and USC. You've got to have San Diego State. You need Southern California.
Yeah.
That's who you are if you're the Pac-12. You need SoCal. And the issue becomes rapidly the battle for San Diego State. And in my opinion, that's one of the most important conversations, because the other thing you better realize is there ain't anybody in a hurry to sign a grant of rights for a decade in the Big 12 or the Pac-12. There's not a school on the planet that's like, hey, where do I sign my rights away for TV for 10 years in the Big 12?
Yeah.
Because if that were the case, Utah would have done that already. And if that were the case, San Diego State would have done that already.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's doing that. Is it not alarming to anybody else besides myself that nobody has moved? Nobody. UCLA and USC shocked the world. Oregon's leaving. Okay. Where'd they go? Oh,
The
that's
ink
right.
isn't dry yet.
They haven't gone anywhere. The ink isn't dry yet. They haven't gone anywhere, man.
They haven't done anything.
And it just feels like this opportunity for somebody to do something.
Well, and as usual, it's all about who's proactive. It's all about who's willing to
Yes.
take the leap of faith. And I think that the other thing that, from a geography standpoint that I think is so awesome for the Pac-12 from a leverage standpoint is you are in California. You are on the West Coast. You do have, I think the stat was 6 of the top 30 major metros in the country. You've got, all these major cities and major markets that are super attractive that people want to be involved in. Like who wants to be involved in Oklahoma State, right? Like, with all due respect, it's not Southern
It's
California.
Stillwater.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if you can
Hey,
put that
bro.
together, like,
Look at the size of the antlers on that bull.
Don't sass me, Burkus.
Man, I thought they took them hook'em horns to the SEC. All I'm saying is, wow, that was terrible. All I'm saying is, I think this is why what we talked about yesterday, the Big 12 and Notre Dame could be a really powerful marriage.
yeah.
I mean, if Notre Dame wants 75 to 100 million a year for TV, they need the Big 12. And if the Big 12 can get San Diego State to Bohica and sign that grant of rights, game changes. I think it's fascinating. Greg
Yeah.
Hawkins gives us a $5 tip and says, Jon Wilner is fighting for his life out here.
Yep.
I think Jon Wilner does good work.
Yeah, he definitely does great work,
Absolutely.
but I don't disagree with Greg in the sense that yeah, like if the Pac-12 were to evaporate and disappear and not be a thing anymore, that changes things for guys like John.
It does. I totally agree with that. You guys, come on. Jeremy Bolton says, I once mistaked blue cheese for ranch and lost 4 years of my life. Thank you.
Come on, guy.
Thank you. Thank you. Neville93 says blue cheese
No.
is gross.
Oh, okay.
It's glow.
Okay.
Settle
All right.
down.
Okay.
Fat Jesus says, how do I tip you a cup of blue cheese? Oh,
Bro. No.
man yogurt. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. Eric and Raleigh says, no one east of Nevada stays up to watch Pac-12 football at 11 Eastern. Only they average 1 million viewers a year for Pac-12
Yeah, they're figuring
After
it
Dark.
out. And I don't know what that, I have to be honest, I agree that someone in West Virginia, let's say.
No. It's Poughkeepsie, New York.
Yeah, thank you. Poughkeepsie, New York is not staying up till 2 a.m. to watch Pac-12 football, but I do think your Midwestern person, your mountain region person is definitely watching that game. I mean, I just think you are. That's happening.
Okay, wait. Apparently there is a typo in San Diego. Is San Diego State the most important team in college football? Where's my typo at? Somebody want to tell me where my typo is at? Fine. Let's see. Justin Fazio gives us $5, says, love your show, guys. Have you guys eaten at Slapfish? Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we have, and it's good.
Yes, sir.
It's good. I would say Slapfish is good like once a month maybe.
Oh, he says the surf and turf lobster burger is
Yes.
gas, guys. Take Mrs. Monty out there. Well, it is a date night because it's like $797 per meal.
Yeah.
But it's really good. The fish sandwich at Slapfish.
Bomb.
Yes, sir. The
Bomb.
lobster mac and cheese.
How many likes we got on the show right now?
93.
Come on, get us to 100, bro.
Come on, you
get us to
casuals.
100.
Get us to
7
100.
more.
That'd be
Come
great.
on, please.
Teddy Wayman says lobster is my gospel. P.O.dub says because people fall asleep with the TV on. Yes, they do.
True.
Who cares? It still gets them 1 million viewers.
Yep.
Louis Capazzo says, what? The Pac-12 is overrated? They can't win against most teams that are good. They better find a way. Because Oregon's going to have to carry that conference now. Eric C. says, Aztec Nation, morning Monty Town.
Eric C. There's my guy. There's my guy.
Let's see. Nick Yak says, wait for a better fit. Mitchell doesn't fit the Knicks' needs. They need a small forward. Don't disagree with that. Giggity says, with online gambling being legalized across the country, more people will be up late on the East Coast watching. Faux shizzle.
Great point.
There is no doubt
about
that. Let's see. Hain Lee. The lobster roll I got was $32, and it was awful. Oh, no. Slapfish's food is really good.
100 likes on the show. Love you guys.
Let's go.
Good job. Great
Joseph
execution.
Call says Tristram West Pac-12 grabs San Diego State, Reno, Fresno, and Boise. They own late night. They would. Michael Burton says gave you a late like. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
James Knight says the night games quote.
Okay.
The night games quote. Are night games good for the Pac-12?
Oh, because it says our night game good for the Pac-12 instead of games.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Okay, so here's the play-by-play. He's editing the banner. He's going to add an S here.
That's an
okay.
A, no.
All right. Yep, we got that.
See,
okay. Right.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm going over here. Can't type. My fat sausage fingers.
Okay. Right. Yep. Okay.
Over here. Let's save. We got to go ahead and click that. Okay. Let's read. Can you go ahead and read that out? What does that say?
Here, are night games good for the Pac-12? Parentheses. Where is my 4x gold, James?
Is that grammatically correct? Like
you got to turn Mrs. Monty up now. She'd like to contribute.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mrs. Monty.
I mean, this is the quality content that we're here for.
I mean,
he's just trying to help out. I mean, now it's grammatically correct.
It's grammatically correct as far as I'm concerned. I mean,
and I'm going to be the dissenter in this conversation.
Oh wow, you have a massive.
Whoa! On my hip?
Jeez Louise.
Who is the camera guy here?
We don't have a camera guy.
Oh, that's probably the issue.
No.
I'm going to be the dissenter in this conversation. I actually did not like Slapfish.
Whoa!
Okay, wait. How do I block Mrs. Monty?
Right?
Somebody. I mean,
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
James Knight sends us $2.99 for the edit.
Thank you,
See,
James.
I will. Somebody said last week our boy on Pinky Blinders, Tommy, whatever the hell is
Shelby.
Tommy Shelby. I can't remember my own name most.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know what? We're all whores. It's just we sell different parts of our body or our podcast to get $2.99 from James Knight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
we fixed the typo.
We fixed it.
Yeah.
Yay!
It's stuff. It's more better and stuff.
Anyway,
Okay.
my point is.
Wow. All right.
Teddy Wayman gives us a laughing emoji. My point is.
It's Thursday.
It is Thursday of next week. My point is that Notre Dame and the Big 12 need to do a deal. And it doesn't mean that Notre Dame joins the Big 12. What it means, let's see, Kay Nurin says Notre Dame to the Big 12 makes them great. Notre Dame doesn't enter the Big 12. What happens is Notre Dame and the Big 12 make an agreement with NBC where Notre Dame football remains independent. They're the primetime game. There's a Big 12 kickoff before it and a Big 12 kickoff after it, so that NBC can justify paying probably $400 million for football on USA Network and NBC on the big NBC, right? Like, because NASCAR has not been happy with their NBC deal. I think we all know that because they get moved around to CNBC. Like, come on. You want to get real about NBC Sports again, and you want Bob Costas with pink eye after humping his pillow at the Olympics? Okay, cool.
No.
Let's get back to the 4 rings. That happened.
Like, for instance.
Yeah. Bob Costas had a hooker fart on it. No, I'm kidding.
No.
It didn't happen. It was a joke. Bob, don't sue me. I was
Sometimes
kidding.
I think I
Exactly,
just
I have to
say
watch
shit.
Rutledge.
Sample what comes out of me.
Oh, Rutledge won! Anyway,